My name is Debbie Reynolds. They call me the Data Diva. Today I want to talk about data privacy in the U.S. and the FTC new rules. So the Federal Trade Commission in the U.S. is typically seen as the watchdog for things about privacy within the U.S. And currently there's a new commissioner and a new regime or a new sheriff in town at the FTC. And the Biden administration is really leaning on the FTC to really do a lot of things related to antitrust and competition. So the Biden administration on the 9th of July set up an executive order with over 70 things that they wanted the government to be able to address related to helping competition within the U.S. So it's very broad and wide-ranging. One feature that was mentioned in this particular executive order, or actually two things, are of interest, which are being able to target companies or to take a look at how companies are handling things like data surveillance of individuals and also data collection. Also, the FTC has been given wider range of latitude to do rulemaking. So they will have the ability to do more rulemaking as it relates to those types of things and how consumers interact with, big tech companies or companies that deal with their data. One other thing in terms of antitrust that I think is going to happen for sure is that there are going to be a lot more scrutiny on data privacy as it relates to mergers and acquisitions in the future. To me, this is a parallel to what's been happening in the EU for a number of years, where a merger or acquisition, they also would look at privacy and data handling. So I think that would be very similar. And then I also think that this may be an opportunity for the FTC to be able to pull in more features of consent as opposed to just a notice regime, meaning that instead of saying to companies to handle people's data, all you have to do is post a notice, and then a lot of times what happens is a lot of these notices are buried within 80 pages of either terms of service or privacy policy notices, but really give consumers not only choice in terms of competition, but also actionable ways to consent or to even revoke consent in some way. So it's going to be really interesting to see how this really plays out. I know the mandate that the Biden administration put out is very far-reaching and far-ranging on a ton of different topics around commerce in the U.S., but I think that a focus on especially big tech companies and how they handle data and how that data should help and not harm individuals, I think will be a particular focus in the future. And so we'll see within the next, 12 months or so how these things shake out. I know a lot of times privacy may not be on the top of people's lists, but I know that there is an appetite currently to do something with big tech companies, and also there seems to be a groundswell of support on a consumer level to be able to protect in some way individuals' privacy more. That's it. Thank you.